Hey, BlackCon, how you guys doing today? Hey, can we get a round of applause for Kurt Kumar and the team here at BlackCon? I think this has been a really, really great conference. He's chilling backstage right there. So my name is Jason King. I've been in the blockchain space since before it was a blockchain space. I was in the Bitcoin space in 2010. And this conference has been really interesting. There's a lot of really great startups here, and there's a lot of cool ICOs and funky stuff going on in crypto. And in those things, those projects may appeal to you or they may not appeal to you. They might be something that you're interested in doing or they might not. But what I'm going to talk about is something that's going to affect everyone here in this room, because I'm going to talk about the largest problem that we have as a blockchain community. And it's basically this concept, is that the demand for blockchain developers far exceeds the supply. And this is literally everybody's problem. So last year, we raised about $500 million as an industry. And of that, ICOs made up about half of that, $248 million or so. Now this year, and my deck's already outdated, but this year we've raised about $2.3 billion as an ecosystem, and about $2 billion of that is in ICOs. Now that sounds good, that sounds exciting, we're raising a lot of capital. But this is where the issues start showing up. In a survey of 200 Fortune 500 executives, 188 of them have plans to implement blockchain technology, which sounds fantastic. But this little sliver here at the end is the problem. Of those 188, only 12 of them thought that they could actually identify the talent to actually implement those blockchain technologies at their company. And this is the problem. Currently, for every one qualified blockchain developer on Earth, there are 14 available jobs for them. And if you couple that with the fact that over the next 7 years, as an industry, we're going to grow 16 times. We're working at a 14x deficit right now, and we're going to hopefully grow 16x over the next 7 years. You can start to see the scale of this problem. Where are all of these engineers? What did we raise $2 billion for in ICOs? It doesn't seem like it's for deployment on engineering, because these engineers fundamentally don't exist currently. So the blockchain ecosystem has been very slow to develop new developers. Basically, there's a couple of reasons for that. Blockchain tech moves very quickly. So any sort of normal curriculum, by the time it gets implemented, things have changed. But the main reason is that currently, if you're a blockchain developer, you're in production, you're working all of the time, so stopping to train new developers is not high on your priorities list. And then there's no current lack of, there is a current lack of industry standards for certification within this industry. So what's the solution? So when I recognized that this was a huge issue, started talking to all of my friends, and we sort of put our heads together, and no one really had a really good solution for this. But luckily, I met a man who's in the audience somewhere, John Souza. Anyway, John is the founder of Kingsland University. We actually ended up as camp mates at Africa Burn together. And John is the founder of Kingsland University, which is a fully accredited US university in Atlanta. And I basically pitched him the idea that, you know what we should do? We should do this. So we have started the Academy School of Blockchain Development at Kingsland University. It is the first fully accredited school for blockchain development in the world. And basically what our premier product is we've created a 6-week immersive bootcamp where we take existing software developers and we train them up on blockchain best practices. So you go in as a software developer and you come out as a blockchain developer. And so we are partnering with the people that are building sort of some of the tech, some of the core technologies of this industry. People like Craig Sellers, the founder of Tether and Omni and BlockV and Vatomic, Stephen Dack from Ethereum and CryptoKit, Dan Larimer from BitShares, Steemit EOS, Gabe Kaufman from RSK Labs. And we're actually going directly to the people that are building the technology and saying, hey, help us building this. And we're actually having them as advisors help us build the curriculum to teach this new generation of blockchain devs. In addition to our in-person bootcamps, we'll be doing cutting-edge online learning, so we'll be able to teach this to anyone worldwide. And we are accredited from the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. So in the United States, there's 7 accrediting bodies, and in the Southeast, everything's done by the Southern Association of Colleges and Schools. And because of that, for the first time, you'll be able to use Title IV and Title IX funds. And so what that is that's all of the free financial aid for students and VA benefits. So those billions of dollars in resources will be able to be utilized for people that are interested in actually learning how to develop on the blockchain. We also have a SCORM-compliant learning management software system. And what SCORM is it's basically like an API for accredited institutions. So once we create content for it, it can actually be syndicated out to other accredited universities worldwide. So Kingsland can actually make the content, and then you can actually see it at UCLA or Pepperdine or really any place around the world. It can actually start showing up in their course catalog through syndication. Another key component of what we're doing is we'll be doing career placement services. We're working directly with blockchain companies so that we can place our graduates with them upon graduation. So they're getting meaningful jobs directly into the industry. And the other component of that is human resource services, is working with these companies to identify their specific needs and make sure that the training and education that we're providing is directly meeting their needs as an employer so that that is continually moving forward. We have a great team of people. We brought in Jinglin Wang, who was running product for blockchain at NASDAQ, Mo Levin from Keynotes, Alex Lightman, he's a fantastic futurist. He lives here in Santa Monica. John Souza, actually, he's here in the audience. Great team. Brock Pierce is one of our advisors, and obviously me down there in the corner. And later on this year, we're going to be doing a token sale. And so basically, we will be issuing Academy tokens, and the tokens will be able to be utilized for tuition, for any tuition service payments at Kingsland University. And we will also be able to pay human resource and career service placement fees for using those tokens. And we actually have a pretty cool, unique token mechanic, which is that any tokens that we take in at Academy, that we take in for tuition payments or we take in for service payments, 70% of those tokens will be burned immediately. And then 15% of the tokens will be put into a dedicated scholarship fund for education. And then 15% will actually be put into a community development fund. And the funds in the community development fund will actually be managed by a system similar to the Dash masternode system. So if you hold 3,000 Academy tokens, you become an advisory node. And that allows you to actually create a proposal and vote on a proposal on what the elective curriculum that we're teaching at Academy should be. So if you have a blockchain company and you're interested in us creating classes to teach stuff that's specific for you, you can actually voice this by holding an advisory node and actually voting to create that specific curriculum. And that's all we're doing here at Academy. So I'm sure that some of you guys have needs. If you have blockchain human resource needs, if you have interested in partnering with us for educational resources, please come talk to me, and you can find us online at kingsland.academy. Thank you very much.